Hello guys, I am Meet Banushali. Welcome to Our Code Kare, a non-profit organization where newcomers and professionals associate with each other and contribute to the community. Today in this problem, we'll be solving the problem from Code Forces. So let's quickly read the problem. When Valera has got some free time, he goes to the library to read some books. Today he's got T free minutes to read. That's why Valera took n books in the library and for each book he estimated the time he is going to need to read it. Let's number the books by integers from 1 to n. Valera needs AI minutes to read the ith book. Valera decides to choose an arbitrary book with number I and read the books one by one starting from this book. In other words, he will first read book number I, then book number I plus 1, then book number I plus 2 and so on. He continues the process until he either runs out of the free time or finishes reading the nth book. Valera reads each book up to the end. That is, he doesn't start reading the book if he doesn't have enough free time to finish reading it. Print the maximum number of books Valera can read. So in this problem, we have been given an array containing the time to complete the book. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to just print the count of maximum number of books Valera can read. Okay. So if you just observe this case, 4 is the number of books and 5 is the maximum time, right? So, if you notice in this book, Valera can read three books, right? So, this book, and this book. So, if we sum last three books, 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, right? So, Valera at max can read 4 books, right? So, after reading the problem, the first approach you would probably think of is simple sorting the array and summing up the elements less than or equal to time t. But that's wrong approach because in the question it's clearly given that Valora reads books in order I plus 1, I plus 2 and so on. So let's quickly discuss the right approach to this problem. Okay. So, okay, so here we have an input n is equal to 4, t is our time equal to 5. So what my approach to this problem is I'll make a variable sum and initialize it with 0. I'll make a variable counter and initialize with 0. Okay. So what I'll do is I my first pointer will be at 3, right? So I'll add this 3 to my sum variable. So my sum would be 3, right? And I'll keep adding the elements in the array till I reach my maximum time. Okay. So 3, I'll check either I'll check if this my sum is less than t. So yes, my sum is less than t. So I'll add this element as well. So 3 plus 1 is now my sum is 4. Okay. So even now my sum is less than t. So I'll add this element. Okay. So my sum is 4 plus 2 and now my sum is basically 6. Now if you observe my sum is greater than the t. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this element, right? And also while I am just adding the elements to the sum, I'll also keep counting, right? So after this my count would be uh, 2, right? I've added this element and also this element, so my count would be equal to 2, right? So I'll just delete this element, so 6 minus 3, right? So now I'll get 3 as my sum and 3 is less than t. So I'll move to this element and uh, add the element 3 plus 1 equal to 4. So what we have to do is we have to transverse the whole array and just find the uh, maximum number of books, okay, Valora can read. So in this case I'll again increment my count by 1. So my count is 3, and that's our output, right? 3. In the next test case we have n equal to 3 and time equal to 3, right? So my initial pointer is at 2, okay. My sum is initially 0, right, and my counter is also initially 0. So I'll add 2 to the sum, so my sum now is equal to 2, okay. 2 is less than t, right? So I'll shift my pointer to right and add plus 2 to my sum. So my sum is 4, right? So in this case my sum increases t, right? My sum value is greater than t. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this first element from this sum, right? And my counter is 1 initially, okay. My count is 1. I'll 4 minus 2, this will be 2. My sum is now 2, okay, and my count is 1, right? Again from this I'll shift to this value, and if I add plus 3 more, so again here my sum goes greater than t. So even here what I'll do is I'll just my count will be 1, okay. I'll just delete this element from my total sum 5, okay. So 5 minus 2, which is 3. So yeah, so our whole array is transversed. We have used all the elements in our array and our count is 1. So that's our answer. Let's quickly check the explanation in the code itself. It would make the concept much clearer, right? So okay, here I have taken two variables n and t, okay. I have taken an array. I have just taken the inputs in the array. Then I have initialized my sum as 0, my count as 0, and j, and this j variable is basically for deleting my elements from start, right? From this 3, then I'll remove 1, then 2, and all, okay. So in the for loop, I have just I just keep adding my sum, right? So in this case, my sum will be initially 3, and then I'll just keep adding elements to my sum. Later, I have just inserted an if condition where if my sum is less than or equal to t, okay. So if my sum here in this case is less than equal to 5, then I'll just count, okay. I'll just increment my count by 1, or else what I'll do is I'll just delete elements from start, okay, till the whole array is transversed. So in this case we'll get output as 3, right? So I think this problem is very clear. Let's quickly run this problem, okay. So uh, just clear the stuff. Okay, now just running this problem, I should get my answer as 3, okay. So yeah, I have just run. As you can see, we are getting the right output. I've also submitted this and my solution is accepted. Okay, so let's wrap up here. If you like the explanation, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Show us some love and keep coding. Thank you.